Hi everyone, this is David, Zachos broker and owner of Zachos Realty Design. I'm going to give you 10 pros, 10 cons, Welland Park versus Venice. Pros of Welland Park is that it's newer, so there's a lot of new inventory homes available. So I feel that that's a positive. Another plus is that since there's so much inventory available, you do have homes priced as low as the mid 300s getting into a single family home. Another plus is that the majority of the communities are gated, so you have that security. All the sites have an HOA that gives you some conformity. Another plus of the area of Welland Park is they have Cool Today Park, which is the Brave spring training. I think that's really a huge draw and a great amenity to the community. I personally love baseball growing up. Watching baseball, love the fact that you can go there, catch a spring training game. It really gives a great atmosphere. Another pro of Welland Park is that now the downtown Welland is open. You've got dining, you've got concerts, you've got a lot of stuff taking place there. That's all available now. Another pro of Welland Park is that you've got so many different communities that have amenities right within them. You've got lap pools and resort pools and pickleball courts and fitness centers, so that's really a plus. A lot of people love that lifestyle. Another pro of Welland Park is that not only within the communities do you have all those amenities, but you've got additional amenities. I already kind of mentioned them right within Welland Park. The Cool Today Stadium has farmers market there, concerts are there. Downtown Welland has additional activities going on, and that's all a plus. Another positive thing about Welland Park is that most of the homes are newer. Welland Park started all the homes there probably about 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago now, but the majority of them are newer, so they're built to newer codes, so your insurance costs are typically less with the new homes built to the new code, so that's a plus. Another plus is that it's a planned community, so you've got trails and parks all within that community for you to access, whether you're riding your bike, walking, or taking your golf cart out. And I think one more last pro of Welland Park is the ease of meeting your neighbors and friends. I mean, all the communities have a lot of things going, and block parties once you get in there, and it's just everybody's coming from different places typically, so it's really easy to meet people. All right, let's talk about cons of Welland Park real quick, give you 10 of those. My number one would be distance to the beach. Although some of the communities are closer, the overall time it's going to take you from Welland Park to get to one of the area beaches is going to be 15-20 minutes. So that could be a con when you compare that to a more historic original Venice. Another thing that's going to be a con is your distance. If you like to kayak in the ocean, you fish, you got a little bit of a distance to get to your boat launches and your access to the ocean. Another con I'm going to mention for Welland Park is that they're all new communities. All the homes in one particular community, they're going to be conforming. So you've got maybe 10 choices. Maybe you got 8 choices. Maybe you got 15 choices of the home. But if you go through the neighborhood, they're all going to pretty much look alike with slight variations. Another con of Welland Park is the communities all have an HOA fee. That's going to typically be anywhere between $200 up to $500+ you're going to pay every month. So that's a con to some people having that extra expense. A con could be the HOA regulation. So it keeps it conforming. In one sense, it's a positive, but to some people it's a negative because it limits you as far as what you can do with your property. You may not be able to park your boat in your driveway. You may not be able to park on the street. So there's different regulations that go with that. So that can be a con. Typically, another con is that since these are newer communities, the lots tend to be smaller. They tend to be narrower, so you're close to your neighbors. Since they are an HOA community, you do have typically restrictions that are greater than what the city or county would have. If you decide you want to buy a house and lease it out, make an income generating property, you're going to have more restrictions on leasing out. Distance to the Legacy Trail, Venetia Waterway Trail, the multi-use trails, the bike trails that lead all the way to Sarasota, you do have a distance to get there. They're not right in your backyard. Another con is the amount of new inventory. It's a good thing in the sense that there's lots of variety, lots of options for you, but it's also can be a con in the sense that the builders are going to be building new homes in this area and this community for a long time. So continue to see more inventory come on the market. One more last con about that is the maturity of the neighborhoods. Most of them are not mature. There's a couple exceptions to that, but most of the time you're going to be in a home with new streets, new homes going up, lots of construction going on. The trees are not mature, so sometimes that can be considered a con to people. All right, let's talk about historic Venice and the neighborhoods close to historic Venice. I'm going to give you the positives on those, and the pros is that, of course, you're close to the beach. These areas were developed a long time ago, as early as the 20s, and most of the neighborhoods are within a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles of the beach. You can be there within 5 minutes, not just one beach, but up to 8 or 9 different beaches all within that. Another pro of being in these older neighborhoods close to the ocean is you have an ocean breeze. That's one reason it was developed years ago before air conditioning. So noticeable difference, you'll feel that ocean breeze close to the ocean. Another pro about the historic neighborhoods around Venice is that there's no HOA. Many people like this, the fact that you can keep your toys in your driveway. You can have your jet skis or your boat in the driveway. If you want to leave your RV there, you can park it there. So that's a pro in many people's eyes. Another pro is a variety of homes. You drive up and down the streets, you're going to see a wide range of different types of architecture, and that's definitely a pro if people like homes, different types of variety of homes. Another pro is the well-established community. So you've got your community center, you've got your historic village, you've got a museum, you've got a theater, all this stuff right there close by gives you a lot of things to do. Another pro of downtown Venice or close to Venice is the number of parks, recreation things to do. There's so many different parks in the city of Venice and beaches in the city of Venice. There's always activities going on. There's fireworks we just had yesterday, there's concerts, there's art festivals, tons of things going on in this community. Another pro is the proximity to the ocean, lots of water access. If you got a boat, you want to drop it in, you go out fishing for the day, you want to take your jet skis, you want to go kayaking, paddleboarding, so many different options for you to just drop that in and enjoy those sports. Another pro is that tend to be the older homes built on bigger lots. So you have a little more privacy between the homes and a little more bigger backyard. One more last thing I feel as a pro is just kind of combining all those things to the lifestyle that provides. Everything is so close. You can walk, bike, golf cart, dining, shopping, activities, so much so close by. Well, let's talk a little bit about the cons of these older neighborhoods. Well, one of the cons is that since they are older neighborhoods, guess what? The houses are older. So that's one thing. If you don't like older homes, some of those homes weren't built with 10, 12-foot ceilings. They're built with 8-foot ceilings. So some of these different features of older homes you may not like. Another con is going to be, since so many of these older neighborhoods, there's going to be so many older homes, they're going to need work. So you got to plan on typically. Now there are exceptions. People may have bought one, remodeled one, but a lot of these homes will need work. Another con could be that since these older homes, they have older roof, older features, they may have higher insurance costs. Now that can be changed by upgrading it, but typically older home, higher insurance. It could be in a flood zone. If you're close to the ocean, of course, older neighborhoods develop closer to the ocean, you may be in a flood zone, require flood insurance. The fact that you have no HOA, sometimes people take advantage of that. It can be a positive in one sense, but it also can be a negative in another sense because people sometimes don't keep up with their homes. That is transitioning, but that can happen. Another con is that typically, since these are older homes, there's a lack of inventory. There's only so many homes. They're not building new unless you knock one down. And so you've got very limited inventory, and that as a result does tend to keep the prices up. So that's a negative. Prices may be higher, price per square foot. Another con could be certain locations are going to be in an evacuation zone. So hurricane season would require you to evacuate your house depending on the category. Another con could be that some of these older neighborhoods, they're already well established and transitioning, but some of the neighborhoods are not quite transitioned yet, so that can be a con. And then one more con could be that since they are older neighborhoods in a more desirable area close to downtown water, the beaches, they do tend to have more rentals, seasonal rentals. So that can be a pro and a con. If you're looking to invest in something, it's going to be more desirable for you to rent out, but it also may lead to more people on your street having a rental. Welland Park, Venice, historic, and the surrounding areas are very desirable areas to live. We're seeing a lot of people move to this area for second homes, for initial homes and for investment homes. Since you have a lot of desirability, there's lots of pros, but there are definitely some negatives to some of those different neighborhoods. So when people go to buy a house in an area, they may not necessarily know everything about that neighborhood or that community. So I was hoping to share a little extra with you on this. And so feel free to reach out. Happy to answer any questions you have about Welland Park or Venice. All right, that's all for now. I appreciate you watching. I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care.